Your ex-wife will not live with us." Catherine shouted, trying to be heard by William. "I'm telling you she will, and if I have to choose, the choice won't be in your favor," he declared and left the room. Catherine sank into a chair, feeling like crying but without tears. Why had she thought her husband would listen to her? He always did what he thought was right, and now he had brought his ex-wife and daughter into their home. She didn't mind the daughter, Alice, but the ex-wife? That was too much. Such disrespect. Catherine and William had been living together for 5 years. William had told her right from the start that he had a daughter from his first marriage and that he wouldn't abandon her. Catherine had understood and agreed. She was glad he had a child. She didn't want to have one herself, and William managed their finances so she didn't even know how much went to his daughter. She never went with him to Alice's birthdays, believing it was better for the ex-wife's feelings. But she happily welcomed Alice into their home and enjoyed spending time with her. They had become friends. For 5 years, Catherine had grown accustomed to their established rules. William never talked about his ex-wife as if she didn't exist, while Catherine always greeted Alice with joy. Everything changed yesterday. William was running late after work and sent a short text saying he'd be late. Catherine didn't think much of it and went about her tasks. When his car pulled up, it was already dark outside. Catherine went out to greet him, and from the car emerged Alice and a woman she immediately recognized as William's ex-wife, despite never having seen her before. She noted that the woman looked stunning for her age, even better than she herself did. "Catherine, this is my ex-wife, Anna," William said in the hallway. Catherine was stunned and wanted to say something, but all she could do was stare at the gorgeous woman. She doesn't look a day over 25, Catherine thought to herself. Realizing how foolish she must look, she retreated to the bedroom and shut the door tightly. "Why did you bring her into our home?" Catherine demanded when William came upstairs. "We had an agreement." "I'm sorry, dear. She has problems and they need a place to stay for a while." "What do you mean, stay with us?" "No, absolutely not." "Catherine, don't you understand? Anna has nowhere else to go, no family or friends. Our house is big, and after all, she is the mother of my daughter. They'll stay here, and you'll have to accept it, or... Catherine dreaded the answer. "Or they'll stay and you won't. If I have to choose, I'll choose my child's mother." William left the room, leaving the door slightly ajar. Catherine heard him chatting amiably with his ex and daughter, their laughter filling the air. For a moment, it seemed like they were a family and she was the intruder who had disrupted everything. She wanted to run away, to hide, but stopped herself. "William is my husband, and I am the lady of this house. Guests, well, guests can be unwelcome." Catherine put on her best house outfit and went downstairs, trying to smile broadly. "You must be hungry," she said loudly. "I wasn't expecting so many of us, but I think there's enough chicken and salad for everyone. And Alice, I have something special for you." Alice, who usually greeted Catherine warmly and loved staying over, didn't even look at her, as if she didn't exist. Anna responded immediately. "Thank you, Catherine. That's very kind, but we don't eat late. We watch our figures, and William shouldn't have fatty food." William, as if he weren't Catherine's husband, quickly agreed with Anna, pouring her a drink. Catherine held herself back from screaming and asking if she was even wanted there. That night, Catherine slept alone. William stayed in the living room with his daughter and didn't come up. In the morning, when Catherine got up to make breakfast, Anna was already in the kitchen. "Good morning," Anna greeted her with a wide smile. "Good morning," Catherine replied reluctantly. It all felt like a bad dream, but coming downstairs, she realized it was real. "Do you want coffee or tea?" Anna asked, clearly feeling at home. "I hope you don't mind, but I'm making breakfast. Alice loves cheese pancakes, so I thought..." "I don't mind, but I want to remind you that I'm the lady of this house, not you. William is my husband, and you're just temporary guests." "Oh, Catherine," Anna replied casually, using a name form Catherine disliked. "Are you jealous? Don't worry, I don't want your husband. We'll stay a bit, William will help us out, and then we'll be gone." "William?" "Yes, what's wrong with that? He may be my ex, but we're still connected. I gave him a daughter. I see you don't like it." The conversation left Catherine feeling defeated and in a foul mood. William, meanwhile, lavished attention on Alice and didn't even glance at his wife, smiling only at Anna. Alone in the house, Catherine called her sister. "Grace, I can't stand it," she complained. "He brought his ex into our home. He didn't bring her to visit. He brought her to stay for a while. She bore him a child. It's logical. What are you worried about? If they had something going on, he would have left you for her a long time ago. But she's so beautiful. Here we go. Low self-esteem? He chose you. Calm down and do everything you can for him. Make dinner, cheer everyone up, show him you're a gracious hostess. And remember, this is your home too, not just his. Don't despair, sister." Catherine took a day off work and spent the entire day at home preparing dinner, taking into account not just William's preferences but also his ex-wife's, who didn't eat anything high-calorie after 6. The table was set when William's car pulled up and Catherine went out to greet them. William helped not only his daughter out of the car, but also his ex-wife, opening the door for her. Something tightened inside Catherine, but she held herself together. "Hi, darling," she said, kissing her husband on the cheek. "I've been waiting for you. Dinner is ready." William smiled at her and she whispered, "I thought about our conversation yesterday. You were right." The whole family sat down at the table. Alice was talking, addressing only her mom and dad. William and Anna were smiling at each other, reminiscing about something. Catherine felt out of place but held herself together. Then dinner turned into a nightmare. Alice suddenly started coughing loudly and waving her hands. Anna jumped up, shouting something, and William immediately picked Alice up, and they rushed out. "I didn't expect this from you," William said displeasedly when he returned from the hospital. "She never had an allergy before. At least you never told me. What does it matter if she did or didn't? You could have simply avoided those allergenic foods." Anna was right. Catherine had been sitting there, wiping away tears, feeling genuinely guilty, but when her husband mentioned Anna, she snapped. "What does Anna say?" She stood before her husband, trembling at the mention of his ex-wife, "that we're not right for each other." "And who is right for you? Her? Then why did you live with me for 5 years? William didn't answer as his phone rang and he got distracted. Catherine and William didn't speak for several days. Catherine was restless. "I feel like soon I'll come home and Anna will be there instead of me," she complained to her sister. "Here we go again. Stop it, forget about her. Maybe it's for the best you gave the kid peanuts. They might not come back." Catherine hoped for that, but Anna and Alice returned the next day. William's ex started taking over Catherine's house, including the kitchen, throwing away the prepared dinner. Catherine didn't even have time to protest before Anna, with a wide smile, said, "Eat less, and your husband will only have eyes for you." "I didn't ask your opinion," Catherine began to protest when William entered the kitchen. "Girls, don't argue, especially over food. Catherine, would you like to go out somewhere?" Catherine smiled broadly, feeling a sense of victory, but didn't have time to savor it before Alice screamed upstairs. Alice had pulled all of Catherine's clothes out of the closet and loudly declared, "Leave my daddy! You're bad!" Catherine was stunned, noticing Anna watching with a smug smile and William saying nothing. "Alice, we used to be friends, remember?" Catherine tried to resolve the situation. "You know your mom and dad can't live together? I don't understand. They live perfectly fine. It's all your fault." Catherine's clothes were thrown from the second floor, and she felt powerless to do anything about it, unable to pull herself together. "Stop it now!" Catherine yelled, and Alice miraculously stopped. Catherine smiled at her own cleverness, but the girl started crying loudly. Catherine ignored it. "We need to talk," William said later as he entered the room where Catherine was carefully putting her things back in place. "You're right." Catherine had calmed down, explaining the child's behavior as stress. "This can't go on. When will this end?" "I wanted to ask you, when will you stop tormenting Alice?" Catherine was momentarily speechless but tried to keep calm. "I never intended to. Can't you take my side even once?" Catherine paused and continued, "William, let's talk. You brought your ex-wife and child into our home. I don't mind if you think they need help. Let it be. But I can't endure this. You don't see how Anna is driving me crazy. She's tormenting me. I'm not complaining, just stating facts. Since when did you stop eating fatty foods after 6? Sometimes I feel like I'm the odd one out here. You're a perfect family, and I've come and ruined it. What are you saying? You're my wife, and Anna, she's my past. But since she's the mother of my child, I can't just throw her out. I'm asking you to be kinder to Alice. She has it the hardest." Catherine and William talked all evening and didn't leave the room. Catherine was happy. There was her husband by her side, and everything that had happened before seemed like a figment of her imagination. He loved her and wasn't going to leave her. "Hey, sis," Catherine said the next day during lunch break when she met with her sister. "You're glowing. Did the ex leave?" "No, but William and I talked and resolved everything. You were right. I was overthinking it. He feels sorry for Anna, so he's trying to help." "I'm so happy for you," her sister said. "And we decided we want a child together." Catherine smiled. "I'm planning a surprise for William tonight. Anna and Alice will be out all evening. They have swimming and gymnastics. It's a chance for us to be alone." Catherine left work early and stopped by the store to get some treats for dinner. William's car was already at home. "He's waiting," Catherine smiled to herself as she entered the house. She didn't go to the kitchen, but went straight upstairs, hearing the water running in the shower. She quickly set everything up on the coffee table, lit some candles, and opened the bathroom door to join her husband. But instead of William, there was Anna. William saw Catherine, turned off the water, and grabbed a towel. "Nothing happened," he said dryly. Anna beamed beside him. "Catherine, I'm his ex, so it doesn't even count as cheating," she said, walking past in a towel. "Live in your madhouse alone." Catherine stormed into the bedroom, grabbed a suitcase, and started throwing her things into it. "What's got you so upset? She's the ex. She needs it for her health. Should she look for someone else? And besides, Alice might see."